The developing story at this hour, new details in the case of Kerry Kennedy in court tonight to face charges of driving under the influence after she crashed into a truck on an interstate north of New York City. She said the crash was the result of a complex partial seizure of the brain. ABC's David Muir is outside the courtroom for us. David.
Diane, good evening. Kerry Kennedy inside this courtroom just moments ago pleading not guilty to driving while impaired. She talked to reporters afterward, telling us that, in fact, after the accident that morning, she did tell police that perhaps it was Ambien that she had mistaken for her thyroid medication. But she said there was then a battery of tests from her doctors, and they concluded otherwise, that it was that partial seizure you speak of. Kerry Kennedy, the daughter of Robert F. Kennedy, has pleaded not guilty, just days after police say she sideswiped a tractor-trailer on a New York highway and was later found slumped over the wheel of her car. Kennedy is charged with driving under the influence of drugs. ABC News reporting early on, police say Kennedy told them she might have taken Ambien. And now those new court papers revealing police say they were told she might have confused the sleeping medication with her thyroid medication. Tonight, for the first time, she talked about the accident.
I remember getting on the highway, and then I have no memory until I was stopped at a traffic light and a police officer was at my car door. A series of other factors led my doctors to believe that this accident was caused not by a sleeping aid, but by a complex partial seizure.
As police await toxicology reports, tonight the truck driver is now talking.
I thought to myself, either this person's falling asleep or they're intoxicated or they're on something.
Rocco Scutello says she's lucky no one was hurt.
I was worried about her hitting somebody else, and she almost did. She almost hit about 5 cars before she got off the exit. She had no control of the car, and she didn't even make an attempt to slow down or even try to stop. You know, like she had no regard for herself or anybody else on the road. And that's when it gets scary.
I want to apologize to the driver of the truck who I apparently hit, and to all those I endangered while driving my car last Friday morning. I have never had any history of drug or alcohol abuse.
Surrounded by members of the Kennedy family, you heard her apologize to the truck driver, to this community. She's been released on her own recognizance. She'll be back in court next month, Diane, and police are still waiting for the results of their own toxicology tests.